This is the JMac News Attack.
Oh, you're going to love today's JMac News Attack. Today, my 5 takeaways from this 12-year-old at Wasatch Junior High School who was forced to wear duct tape on his face for over 40 minutes because he was speaking out of turn. This is his mother describing what happened.
My son told me that the teacher was upset that he was talking to somebody during class. So she came over to him and gave him a piece of duct tape and told him that he needed it or to put it on his face.
All right, let's get started. My 5 takeaways.
Takeaway number 5.
My number 5 takeaway about using duct tape in the classroom. Listen, we all know that teachers face this kind of problem every single day, and finding ways to get children to behave is very difficult. It's ongoing, and many times they don't get the help of the parents. Now, does that justify the duct tape? No. Although I will tell you, the part of me that loves a little poetic justice, I do get kind of a little chuckle about it.
Number 4.
My number 4 takeaway regarding the 12-year-old who had to wear duct tape on his mouth for talking in the classroom. Well, the mom says he didn't want to go back to class because he's so embarrassed.
He's like, why would she do this? Why would she do this? And he's embarrassed.
Well, listen, I understand the embarrassment, but my point is any discipline towards this child is going to be embarrassing. Again, does that justify the duct tape? No, it doesn't. But the fact that a child is embarrassed because they were disciplined for doing something wrong, I don't know if that's necessarily something I'm overly concerned with.
Takeaway number 3.
Now it starts to get good. My number 3 point when it comes to the use of duct tape in the classroom for children who won't be quiet, I'm trying to understand why this mother, who says her child is embarrassed by this picture — by the way, the kid took a selfie of himself, sent it home to mom, and that's how she knew that he was wearing the duct tape. He's so embarrassed about this in class, yet she posts it on Facebook, and she talks to the media about it and lets them show it on TV. Is it about embarrassment of the child? I don't know. It appears to me that the school district has handled this appropriately, so why make a huge media event out of this? Especially when you say that you're worried about embarrassing your child. His picture with the duct tape is now all over the internet, and it will be there for the rest of time. If he didn't want to go to class out of embarrassment, now the entire state knows about it. I don't know about that.
Number 2.
My number 2 takeaway when it comes to duct tape being used by a teacher at Wasatch Junior High School. The teacher was placed on administrative leave pending an investigation. I understand why they had to do that, but by all accounts, this is a 29-year teacher, great record, highly loved. Couldn't you just say to the teacher, hey, how about no more duct tape? This is Ben Horsley with the school district.
Yeah, this is a teacher who's been with our school district for quite some time, so it was just a little surprising.
A little bit surprising.
And JMac News Attack. Takeaway number 1.
Oh, yes, here it comes. My number 1 takeaway on this teacher using duct tape in the classroom. I must be the worst parent in the world because, I try to put myself in the circumstance of the parent or the child and say, what would I have done? And I can tell you right now that if my child would have come home and showed me this picture of them wearing duct tape on their face, my first question would not have been about the teacher. It would have been, what did you do? Why are you speaking out of turn? Why aren't you doing what the teacher says? And then I might have called the teacher to see if I could help my son do what he's supposed to do in the classroom. Now, I understand why this is not appropriate, but at the same time, I must be a terrible, evil parent because I would not have called. I would have focused on the behavior of my child